Good day, welcome to multi-net design. In the continuation of our double flat uh, design we are working on for a while now. So in the last episode we were able to create the connection. So how do we link the ground floor and the upper floor? So this is the ground floor, the same plan as usual, but the only thing here is that the cantilever. So let me show you the cantilever. So you go to your base level, then you sew from the level 1. So you see the cantilever, see the level 1 underlay. So you see the cantilever, how it works at this side. So now let's look at it in 3D and see what we have been building so far. So look at it from the 3D, the little perspective of this. Now this one is going to be removed, the door. We don't need the door at the upper level. So this is where the door are necessary. From here you link into this place and that is how it functions. So we are able to create this one. So the next thing we want to do now, let us quickly create slab for everyone. So level 1, go to level 1. So click on the floor, then you click architecture. So select this and you create your slab. So quick and fast. So just select the lines around the whole area and everything will be set in place. So what do you do next? You trim whatever the necessary trimming should be. So you do that. So you trim all to where it's needed. Yes, so like this 1, 2, and like this. So I've trimmed now. So if there's any other adjustments, we come back later to do that. So if it's not finished, you click this and it's done. So the same thing now you do here on the flat. So you're going to create the same thing at the upper level. So here now you just create similar. So one thing about this one is that, let's go back here because there's an issue. So the level of height level, you need to return it back to 0, because if not, if you are looking at it, let's look at it on 3D, you are going to see that the line is what is rotating, which is not supposed to be. So by the time you click back, you return it back to 0. So if you are experiencing that one in your drawing, that is how you correct it. So if it's not, then you move on to the next thing. So you get here and you do the same thing by clicking floor, then architecture. Now I want to make you to understand something here before I will proceed. So let me come back here. There is the slab level, is more of a different thickness than the first floor. So look at the thickness of this. This is 150, which is not appropriate, because whenever you are doing German floor, as it cost may be, it's going to be like 200. That is 8 inches thickness. So 200 mm is what you generally use for the when you are doing the German floor. So you change this one to 200. So you leave it that way. So it's going to be increased. So when you go back to the upper floor, is there you now duplicate, say create similar from here. Now before you continue your design, you say duplicate. So this one is going to be type 7 according to the name of the floor. You can name it whatsoever you want to name. Now you reduce the thickness back to 150 mm. So you say okay and you return this one to 0 like the way it was. So all the cantilever aspects, you take them into completion. So you decide to start drawing them one after the other. So everything details, you arrange everything by levels. So that's the way I want to do it, instead of me to do the align method that I used to do by using pick line. So I just want to do this one that way. So there are so many methods you can use to arrive at anything in Revit. Or what you just need that you know what you are doing, and you know the kind of design you are focusing on. So you let your mind be clear whenever you are doing design. There's no a perfect design in any way. So all you are just doing is that put your effort in what you need to put your effort. So what is the issue here now? Is telling us that there must be something close to. So you can say, so let it be itself to us and see where we have an issue. So this is the issue here. So continue, then continue with your line and close it. So defeat it and everything is done. So it's not done yet, but one thing you need to do is to open the stair hall. So how do you do that? Click here and then you give the stair hall the space. So the space you are giving here, cancel. You are going to give the place for landing and that is where the whole process was. So you can like leave this place for just like a fixing or flexing around. So that is the landing. Whenever they climb from ground floor, come here. This is the downside. You go down from here. So click finish, and that is all. So you are done with the upper floor. Remove the underlay because it's not needed any longer. So this is it. So go back to 3D and view what we have here. So this is what we have on 3D. You can just click here and say realistic, which is what we have at this junction. So let us open realistic aspect, let it upload itself. So this is it. Material have never been set and everything are still not accurate. So you go back to level, foundation level. So if you still have that in your memory of it's still stored in the clipboard, all what you just need to do is say align towards the current view. So those things were there, but what you need to do now is to reduce the height of this, and this is the height below what's 800 because that height we are using is 1000. So you just tend to type 800 unconnected at this 3800 unconnected. So you're done with that. Select and say select all instances in this view. So everything that is associated with that door will be selected. I just delete them once, so you will clear your mind from that. At this level now, you need to do what? Join all these things together. So you have done the proper foundation for this. This is the normal foundation floor, the way it looks. So whenever you are doing your excavation, so this is how you do the whole things. So we are done with here. You can come back here and see what we've done. So the height now have, so you can go to site elevation, check most of your elevation whether they are accurate or inaccurate. So this is one. If you are fall in love with those elevations, then you leave them the way they are. So if not, this is the aesthetic value we are talking about. So we want to bring the whole concept out. So the next thing I want to do is to bring the roof system into place for my own use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to level 3. At the level 3 here too, I'm going to do underlay. So let me show me the level 2. So at the level 2 now, I'm going to click on architecture. At the architecture, I'm going to click on the roof. So I'm clicking on roof by footprint. So clicking on roof by footprint, I just want to use a pure flat roof. I'm not doing any stylist, any roof of anything. So the way the elevation looks, so that's the way I want to work it out. So what am I going to do? I'm going to select pick line because that is what makes you. So I will set my offset again down to 600. So at this level now, I'm going to do it without what? I'm going to click on okay, let me finish before I set the sloping so that I don't need slope. So I'm going to work on that. So this is what we do. We technically arrange everything and everything is going to suit up the whole process the way it's supposed to. So if there's any other arrangement after we are doing it, because whenever you are doing design, it's a complete process on its own. So that is why you're an architect. You say things before you go to the construction site, so you'll be able to correct everything. So by the time you get there, there is no mistake is going to be corrected again. So if there is any issue here, you just like come back and see what you've done. So I'm going to toggle off the slope define. So what did I do? So set it, I don't want any of the slope here again, so I just only want one. So I select one line, I bring the slope back instead of me having this like this, because if I leave it like this, it's going to be too tall. Let me just show you what I'm talking about before I later reduce it. So if you have it like that and say click finish, you see the way say don't attach. You can imagine the way the roof lies as if you have no connection with it. So how do you reduce that? You don't need to drag it. You can drag it from the top, but I don't usually do that because of too many parts that I have with it. So I just choose only one method, which is this one, and I will say slope arrow. Since it's only one slope I have, I edit it from here and I reduce this one to like 4. Let's see what we see. Return back to the normal level. So I think I embrace this part like this, which is okay for me. And let me look at it from this side, so which is accurate. I love the way it is, so I'm going to leave it in this manner. So I'm going to do what is raise this particular roof. We raise it up here. So offset for me 1000. So this 1000 is going to be of a different gauge of relevance for me again, differently. So what am I going to do at this level? I'm going to select to the level 3. At the level 3, I want to bring select, no, let me go to level 2 because that's where I have the whole thing. So select all instance in this level. Select all instance in this view. So I'm going to go to level 3. At the level 3, I will just say, yo, so now copy to clipboard. That instance which I selected, I've copied it to clipboard. So stay in the memory of my computer. So here now I say tell it to reveal it to me from this current level. So it's coming here. So what happened? I go back to my elevation and see something is there that's not clicking. So I will just say Ctrl search, Ctrl search, Ctrl search. So Ctrl Y to return it back to the way it was. So good. So I will select this one, Ctrl search, select all instance in this view. There's an issue there, so there's no matter. So click on say copy to clipboard. Go to level 3. This is level 3, right? And you will say Ctrl search, say paste. What happened to you? Level 2. Select all instance in this view. Copy to clipboard. Come to level 3. So paste from the level 3 to the align level. So select on level 3 and say paste here. So it's shown here now. So what is the issue? The issue here is that it's overgrown what I needed it to be. So what am I going to do? I'm going to just say attach to what? Attach to the roof. So what do I have? I will have it included in the roof aspect. So you can imagine, look at it from here. So it's snappy to that level, but this is not the way I want it to be. So I'm going to select this roof. So everything that are not needed, like these doors that are showing, I will select it at that level. Go to level 3. What you need to do is that you go to underlay and remove the underlay. Let it be none. So select the level, the walls, and say select all instances in this view. Then what do? Delete them outrightly, so you don't need them to be there. So I've deleted those ones. So they are all gone and I don't need them again for that moment. So what have I done now that I need to work on? And that is the level of the roof that I have said before. So go back to the east elevation. So I'm going to raise it to above. So instead of mean base, I'm going to say base of 1000. So let it go, attach to the wall. Fine. So I will select all the wall here. I only need all the external wall for that references, but just let me do it for the sake of any purpose. So here I'm going to duplicate this wall. I will say duplicate, that's 19 to be precise. So I'm going to change the thickness here. So the thickness of 225, I'm not going to use it again. I'm going to use only thickness of what? 120 of what? So click here. So you're going to see it's going to shrink and give me the pattern. So that's the edge, the little edge I want it to show for me. So by the time I'm arranging the material here now, I'm going to get something different and something unifying factor. So here I will link this together. Go to level 3. So link this together with this. So let them have the same point of connection. So here I'm taking it here. So I have it in place and the value of a 3Ds are coming up one after the other. So this is what we are building, this is how we are working, and this is the way the design is flowing through. So this is the first starting level of aesthetic. So the next thing we want to do is that we are going to create a ground floor part for that. So what am I doing? I'm going to go this one. I'm not going to use a normal mouse setting or something like that. I don't want to be using that aspect for my own. So I want to create, I love using creative mousing, family modeling, and this is the thing that get me good. So I'm going to use that one. So you can go to site if you like and find site here. So click on the site, see site 1. So you use extrusion to do whatever you want to do because I'm able to manipulate this one the way I want it. So I go there, I finish it. So that is it. So I click finish and the whole thing stays. So go to the level 1 and see that okay, the value is set, and here edit in place and click on this. So just go to here and say minus 250. Then here you click 0. So the thing gives the space for where the space is supposed to be. So whenever you look at it from the side elevation, you see there's everything lie where it's supposed to lie. So that is the beauty. You see the imaginary line, the elevation, aesthetic value, the importance of everything are coming out simple after the other. So in this level, this is what we are going to leave it for the value of the elevation we have created. Look at the ground floor level. So which is what we have here. The first floor is going to be this one. So this is what we have here, and we have the elevation or a panel like this, which is here, and the south elevation of this one. Then we have it in a 3D for you to view all across, and that is the way we have started. So in the next, we are going to develop all these things and bring the beauty connection. So thanks for watching. See you in the next class. God bless.